turn that the fuck down before Disney gets the copyright. Shit. Okay, there we go. Oh, and speaking of shit, there goes my ass just hurting away. Son of a bitch. Wouldn't be Wonder After Dark without it. Wouldn't be Wonder After Dark without an ass just hurting away. Son of a bitch. Okay, never mind. And the walls get... Extremely damn random note to start on. Great song, just extremely random. I mean, granted, I love random, so I can't really complain. Okay, I guess we're just reciting Pompeii in the chat. I would sing it. Oh, wait, what? Yeah, no, I am actually not reading that on camera with the hard R. I just absolutely am not. But yeah, great little song, Pompeii by Bastille, or however you say it. What? Yeah, I am a nig. Anyway, welcome to Wonder After Dark. You're probably wondering what we're going to be talking about tonight. Well, this is awkward. You see, last night, Spider suggested fictional universe expansion. Now, what the hell does that mean? Well, do not think Wonder After Dark, people. Yep. Okay, well, this is going to be awkward because last night, Spider suggested fictional universe expansion, and I am not talking about inflation fetish when I say expansion, so don't go there, which is very much a topic that's up his alley. Problem is he's not here. He's going to be late. Yep, I knew that. Yep, brain rot. But we're not talking about inflation fetish. That's not, even though that's yummy, we're not here to talk inflation fetish. We're talking a different kind of expansion. But yeah, Spider, he does give me closeted gay vibes. Closeted bisexual vibes, even. Anyway, but yeah, this is very much a topic that he suggested, and very much a topic that's right up his alley, fictional universe expansion. He just says he loves women to compensate for his gay. Shut up. Anyway, but yeah, fictional universe expansion, a topic that is very much right up his alley. Problem is, he's not here to really hear about it or talk about it. And I imagine this is going to be a very difficult one to sell you on, so this is going to be rough. I have nothing even the straightest acting people can turn out gay. Yep. Not referring to anyone in particular when I say yep, just yep in general. But, yeah, but this is going to be a difficult one. Nothing against you. I love all my audience members equally. But this is going to be a difficult topic to get you sold on and get you to listen to. The more you deny / try to protest, it's usually true. Yeah. I love how we should be talking about creating a fictional universe, and instead we're just talking about what it's like to be in the closet. Some homophobes turn out to be gay. Case in point, 90% of conservatives. Seriously, you cannot tell me that Ben Shapiro doesn't secretly like cock. Ben Shapiro looks like Max, or what's his, no, not Max, wrong kid. What's his name again? Wrong kid Same movie, wrong kid. Minus. Okay. Tell me Ben Shapiro at Talking Lion is making him King of Narnia. Yeah, you better. I think we need to stop here before he shows up and he just lights you on fire. We ain't even talking shit, we're just making fun, but seriously, I think we probably should stop there. Okay, but anyway, he games. Okay, anyway, let's just get this topic out of the way, just because. Nothing against having fun or being goofy. This whole show is the definition of normal turned cursed. I just want to get this topic out of the way because I know for a fact I do not mean this to sound insulting, not at all, so do not jump off your bed and say I'm gay. I would hate to deny a request, but I would if, one, my bed wasn't kind of a cluttered mess right now, and two, if that wouldn't wake up everybody in the house all at once. Like, mind you, these doors and windows are shut every night when I do these, but that would still wake up. I want to be like Ricky Burke. Yeah, this is going to be a difficult topic to sell you on, I can just tell. God, I always have to clarify when I say stuff like that I am not trying to sound rude. I know it sounds rude, but I'm not trying to be. Ricky Berwick, yep. Yeah, let's just go ahead and get this topic out of the way. So, fictional universe expansion. What do I even mean by that? Well, I'm sick, by the way. I actually did know that, thanks to your Discord status. I actually did know that. Fictional universe expansion is when crossovers happen, I guess. Well, you're not entirely wrong. No, like, I'm not being sarcastic. You're just, you, the audience, you're not entirely wrong. That is, in fact, technically, that is correct. For this, let's use the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the MCU, as an example of expansion. You start with Iron Man. And no, I am not about to recap every single movie, but you start with Iron Man. I am the audience. Anyway, you start with Iron Man, and it feels, you know, like a standalone, kind of self-contained movie. But then, of course, you have Nick Fury popping in at the end. You know, you've become part of a bigger universe you just don't realize, or however the quote goes. And from then on, you get the next couple of cinematic universe films, which Iron Man, what I said feels standalone, not is. I said feels standalone, not is or was. I said it feels. Plus, you kind of didn't hear when I said, but then Nick Fury, whoops. I really want a psychiatrist. Legit, the Incredible Hulk had a Tony Stark camp. Yeah. I'm stupid. Anyway. Can you shut up about my hair? Okay. I will. I always have to clarify, not being sarcastic. I just will shut up. Although, please note, I do not say stuff like that to sound rude. But if it does come off rude, I do apologize. Anyway, back on track. But you get the next couple, which work in both contexts, both as just movies and as part of a larger story. And of course, that builds up to the Avengers. And from then on, you know, it grows more and more. Expansion. You start with kind of a small world. And then you build up. Loves insulting handicapped people. But I like when she does. You know, given how my year has went, I'm kind of shocked that I haven't pushed a handicapped person off a flight of stairs. That's only partially a joke. Anyway, but let's get back on track before I get put on a list. Push them like Eric from Mac. My God. I have a clip for my new movie. Anyway, but there's a great example of fictional, or in that case, cinematic universe expansion. I guess another good example, kind of, would be the DC Extended Universe. I say kind of because, yeah, I was actually getting to that. I'm glad it's over. I was actually getting to that. I say kind of a good example because you start out, I guess, solid enough with Man of Steel. And then, okay, I would have liked if you did a standalone Batman movie, then Batman vs. Superman. But okay, I guess this makes sense. And then it just falls apart instantly. Man of Steel wasn't good. I've seen worse movies, and while I don't, defend Man of Steel with a passion, I do respect your opinion. Again, I respect your opinion there. Anyway, but there's a glup shitto example of cinematic universe expansion, or fiction, whatever, universe expansion. I guess tangentially related, another example of shit, oh wait, the problem with Man of Steel is it being too edgy. Something that, if Spider were here right now, he would tell you all about. Me personally, I don't read very many comics, or really any comics at all, but I think somewhere in the middle would be perfect. You can have a Superman movie was balls. Yeah, I agree. Balls that looked cool, very plump, but still balls. Anyway, but my thing is, you can make a Superman movie more serious, sucked in either version for different reasons. I mean, yeah, I agree. While Zack Snyder's Justice League is the better of the two, it has its own set of flaws. But I mean, it is the better of the two, I'll give it that. But that's still not exactly a high bar. Just not a high bar. I guess on the topic of DC, the Tomorrowverse, which, if you don't know what that is, because unlike Marvel media, where I feel like, is literally ripping off the plot of the Avengers, I actually do remember that video quite well. The Avengers, we have 2 audience members. We have 2. This is getting out of hand. Now there are 2 of them. Yeah, we're just going to assume that's who it is. If it isn't, you better retract that N-word immediately. Oh, God. Yeah, I don't think that is him because he's not online right now. So, no, I'm talking about Spider. I don't think that second viewer is him because he's not online right now. So, yeah, you better retract that N-word right now. Anyway, but back on track. But, oh, now he's online. Can you stop obsessing over people being online? I was just Reed. Okay, I will never retract. Okay. Well, yeah, Spider is here. Reed. What did you say, Spider? Because, oh yeah, welcome to the show. What did you say? Because I don't see anything to read. Yep. I see YouTube out here deleting y'all shit again. Yep. Well, I mean, hey, welcome to the show, Spider. You didn't miss much of anything. We were just talking about cinematic universe expansion. Was there anything offensive? Knowing him, most likely. Yep, sure enough. Sure enough, it was offensive. I said, those who choose white as the primary color should be, and I'm going to stop myself there. I will not, cannot, and should not read that last part. Because I will definitely get banned for bathrooms. Yeah, and live. Although I feel like your message still would have been deleted just because of publicly the word I'm not going to say. Anyway, I guess to recap, as the primary color for myself, but I'm black. Somehow that is marginally less offensive. Anyway. Okay, well, welcome to the show, Spider. I guess I'm just going to briefly recap for you. I was giving some examples of cinematic, fictional universe expansion. I'm a black member of a certain clan. The Crazy Quilting Club. Anyway, I was giving examples of cinematic, connected universe expansion. I talked the solid cohesion. Let's talk about our universes. I will momentarily, after I mention this example. But I talked the solid cohesion of the MCU. I started the oopsie doodle of the DCEU. And I just want you to think long and hard about the fact that the Tomorrowverse had a good amount of potential, only to then kind of shit the bed once James Gunn took over, and then they had to rush order a finale. Anyway, yeah, let's talk about our universes. So, I guess we should let you start. Spider. Read. Crazy Quilting Club doesn't work. My universe ties into Jesse's. And I imagine your universe is your ability to over-sexualize. Anyway. And I always have to clarify, that is a joke. Not exactly. My universe is plushies. That's a constant. Oh, my universe is plushies. Spider, you want to tell him? Yep. Yep. Oh, you want to tell our other little regular what you did today? You want to tell him? You want to tell him what? Oh wait, it ties into Wonder After Dark. It's an in-universe show within mine. Oh, lovely. Anyway, I guess before we get into the real meat and potatoes, Spider went out earlier, and he bought himself a little something. Going back up here. Alright, I'm going to read the message. Step bro. What did you get? Me. Just some candy. Step bro. There's some weird purple thing in there. His cousins. What's in the bag? How do I tell him? Welcome to the family. Yep, he bought that today. Sorry I had to. No worries. This show's just a pile of incest anyway, but yep, he bought that today. Yep, that Spider's newest trinket. I love it. I love it. The best character. Actually. I mean, the main six are all great, but best dragon, yes. We love Spike in this house. I probably shouldn't slam my fist on the edge of this shelf, or else I probably will cut myself on the shelf. God, on the shelf in that sentence was the equivalent of, and live! Okay, I have a Twilight Sparkle plush I bought for $4.99. It's fairly big. My sister has the Build-A-Bear Twilight, but I'm too lazy to rummage through her room and dig it up right now. Yeah. But yeah, now Spider has Spike. Welcome to the family. Anyway, I just wanted to showcase that. I'm going to break into your sister's room. Oh, but then you'll be accused of redacted. Because it's a little sketch to break into a random family's house and into a little girl's bedroom. It's very sketch. Even if you just want to steal. Remember, kids, don't break the I did just read. I just read. What I just said was in acknowledgement of what I'll set. You know, it's funny. What I just said had way more sketchy connotations, but that was still way worse. YouTube deleted that. Oh, that's cute. YouTube deleted that. Fuck it. That's cuties. Cute. Alright, I'm showing the... I know we should be... Yeah. Can I touch you? Go ahead, touch me. The crossover to end all crossovers. So when does how do you say it, Lopunny? That one? When does it join the family? Anyway. Okay. What we should be talking about. Our connected... We're gay, but we accept. Yep, there it is. Okay, but what we should be talking about on this show, our funny little connected universes. Whoop-de-doo. Don't be surprised if this drop it. I'm fucking tired. Okay, don't be surprised if this topic gets dropped very quick. I think I'm gonna disconnect your universe. So we should disconnect a pickle. Anyway. Let's take this to DMs. Eewee. Anyway. Shit. Okay, what I was trying to say. I guess on the top, if we want to talk well, I've had many different ideas. Horny on... Mother of God. At what point does it stop being ironic? And at what point does it start being you have skeletons in the closet? My God, anyway. If I go to hell, it's entirely on both of you. But anyway. I guess on the topic, it never is unironic. You do know when I say that that's partially a joke, right? Brainstorm some villains for the Wonder Universe, spanning from street crimes to the cosmos. Ooh, this is going to take a minute. Okay. My brain is not really thinking cosmic at the moment. Haha, cosmic. Anyway. My brain is not really thinking cosmic, like, at the moment. You just use partially... Come up with dumb villains if you want. You just use partially a joke to justify what you say, but don't worry, I do too. I love how this show is like the perfect 50-50 split of pitch me your product ideas and we have issues. Anyway, but dumb villains, okay. How dumb are we talking? I'll give you a bit. Oh, God. the toy. Not what we meant. Not what we meant. By dumb, that's not what we meant. I mean, that is a valid answer, but it's not what we're talking about. We're not. Yep, that's why. That's why. There's at least 2 other toy makers that exist. One that's under Miramax. Nobody cares. I should have expected that. One that's under Miramax, the other that's BBC. And I guess Disney as well. Which I guess Miramax also kind of... Except the 2 other people. Are we really about to evangelize into an argument over copyright infringement? Anyway. But... Okay. There's also a DC villain named that. So that's 3 for 3. Okay. Copyright infringement. Jesus Christ. Anyway. Okay, but where I was going with this... Oh, yes, I remember him. Anyway. Okay. I'm going to provide a little bit of context. Okay. I'm going to provide a little bit of context so this makes sense. How many of you... I only ever seen him in Superman Doomsday where the fake Superman fucking kills him. I haven't seen Superman Doomsday. Quite ironic, coming from the one who has Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 1. Anyway, but I'm going to provide... Before I pitch this villain... Okay, before I pitch this villain, how many of you have seen the movie... Oh wait, Superman Doomsday's title was a lie. Are we really about to just go on a totally tangent? I'm not saying that, like, I don't care, but Doomsday is only in, like, the first act. So every DC movie ever, just about. I swear, it's like, if the villain is not Joker, then they're only in it for, like, 5 minutes. And if it's the Shazam throne scene, then they're not even in the movie at all. Regardless of how much Spider remembers the Shazam throne scene being in the movie. Okay, anyway, let's not get any distracted further. That was a sentence. Okay. Before I pitch this villain, how many of you have seen the movie Be Kind, Rewind? It's important that I ask that. Batman v Superman didn't need to have Doom. Nope. Okay, so you haven't. Didn't see it? Okay. Here's why I even bring up that movie at all. So, Be Kind, Rewind revolves around... Okay. You only read half. Batman v Superman didn't need to have Doomsday in it. Why the hell did they have to do the Death of Superman story in only the second movie? I can answer that by saying stupid. Anyway. So, basically, Be Kind, Rewind revolves around a video store employee who becomes magnetized. Don't ask me how that works. Now, you know how VHS tapes are magnetic? Yeah, he ends up erasing everything that's on the tapes. So they have to recreate the movies. They just wanted to rush the universe to catch up to Marvel. That is the exact reason. Anyway, where I was going with that. The premise of somebody becoming magnetized like that and unknowingly erasing stuff. I became magnetized. I became horny. Anyway, the idea of somebody becoming magnetized like that and unknowingly erasing information gave me villain ideas. I think what would make an interesting villain is somebody with that capability. Somebody who perhaps, you know, might be a little down on life, might have had a shit life, and don't ask me how, but they gain the ability to erase information, whether it's digital or even physical information via magnetization. I consider this villain, I guess you could consider this kind of a street level. I don't consider them cosmic. Do I have a name for this fuckhead? No, I don't. Read, okay. Free puppy in DMs. I'm not going to read that actual word. But yeah, there's a villain idea. Insert name here for the Street Fighter level. Okay, so basically Professor X. Yeah, I know. And Magni. Yeah, I know. I'm not good at coming up with original shit, okay? I just regurgitate, but not as good. I tried. Fuck. I said free puppy, yeah. I'm not refusing when I say that. I'm just I can come up with good ideas sometimes. But other times I'm just terrible at ideas. Could you tell? I ain't criticizing, just trying to get the idea. Okay. But yeah, not really exactly Professor X, not really exactly Magneto. Because again, I consider this to be a villainous role. Like, oh, this sounds somewhat similar to Magneto. Okay, I get it. Okay. Do I have, like, any other details for this villain, I guess? Not really, honestly. I mean, LMAO, okay. I wasn't trying... God. I said free puppy in DMs, but kitties are better. I am not trying to ignore you at all. I was in the midst of acknowledging what Spider was saying, but I was not ignoring you. We're discussing the top. Can we please not argue over this? I swear to God. This is a Wendy's. This is a Wendy's. Oh yeah, we got High School Musical 2 playing in the background. Anyway. Okay, have I been brainstorming other characters for the Wonder Universe? And I do okay. If Jessie can acknowledge you, she can acknowledge me too. And I do try, keyword try, to acknowledge both of you. I do not, if I do ignore something, it is not on purpose. I know I'm getting a little snappy. I know, Jesus Christ. I am not trying to get snappy. I do try to acknowledge both of you equally to the best of my abilities. It's just sometimes, some stuff might slip through the cracks. Leading to read. I don't try to get snappy. I don't try to ignore. It's just sometimes I miss something because I either don't see it right away, or YouTube deleted it, or I'm in the middle of talking. But I do not try to ignore just, I need to sit down. And no, I am not doing anything nefarious on my phone. I just need to sit down for a minute. also, I am not ignoring this, so I'm going to read it. I don't see your messages right away. Reads James' messages that came after mine. Yeah, I know that sounds like a dirty little lie from me. Wouldn't be the first time I've sounded like a liar. I'm still just sitting down for a minute. I will be back up momentarily. Okay, anyway, well, this just flew off the rails. I do like puppies, though, and I do like kitties. Really, I like animals in general. I think really the only animal that I kind of look at and think, fuck no, get away from me, is a kangaroo. But that's a story for another day. But yeah, animals are based. That is very true. Now, Kangaroo Jack, again, I'm pretty sure at some point I have seen Kangaroo Jack, but I cannot verify 100% for sure if I have. That's as far as I can go with Kangaroo Jack. Okay. Anyway, let's get back on track. But, have I been thinking of other Wonder Universe ideas? Yes, yes, but I can't really think of any off the top of my head at the moment. Some will probably come to me later. Some will probably come to me tomorrow. Why tomorrow? I don't know, I just think tomorrow would be funny. It feels so... Okay, I was gonna move on to the next part of this topic, but it genuinely feels like I've been going at this for much longer than just 37 minutes. Like, it feels... I wish I was on your original format. Well, okay. No, I wasn't gonna argue. I was just trying to catch my breath, catch my brain, even. Okay. If you're referring to... Okay, I know I typically refer to it as the original incarnation of this show, which does not exist anymore, but I'm just going to refer to it as its original name. Or I guess name 2, because it's had 2 different names. An Evening with Jess was the old show that I did back over with Geo. I feel like you would have had fun on that one, but I'm not sure at the same time. Because it also kind of had the issue where an evening with an evening with breasts. Anyway, I'm not sure as well, though, because some of the streams on the old show did have the issue with Brez. My apologies. Anyway, I feel like you would have had fun with the original show, the original format that I did, but I'm also not sure, because some episodes... Discord? Okay. But I'll keep talking, because I don't want to ignore... Anyway. But what I was saying, where I was going with this, I'm overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed and eepy. But what I was trying to say. But... Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, something I wish I could do whenever I do these is put a butt counter on the screen, because I feel like that's the most used word on this entire show, is the word butt. Anyway. I'm not sure, though, because... Yeah, butt. I'm not sure, though, because some of the streams back on Evening with Jess did have the problem where... Horsey, yep. Some of the streams on the old show did kind of have the problem where the topic may not have been of interest to the audience, but may have been of interest to me. In fact, In fact, Evening with Jess in of itself was kind of a reboot. Uncle Ben, what happened? An Evening with Jess. Sure, let's go with that. Anyway. But, yeah. I don't know. I feel like you would have liked the original. Oh, yeah. I feel like, though, what would have probably deterred you from the original format, every episode, what was An Evening with Jess a sequel to? I said reboot, and, well, it was a soft reboot, let me explain. I started doing live streams on the main channel around summer, sure, let's go with that. Yeah, let's go with a requel, like Scream 5. Anyway, let's go with that. I started doing streams on the main channel around, I forget what month, but around summer 2023. Really by, or not accident, but by curiosity. I was like, can you live stream on YouTube mobile? Sure enough, you can, and not really any restrictions. I did like a simple test stream, but it wasn't anything of note. It was kind of just me pissing around my room, just kind of jabbering on, showing different items. I wasn't doing like standing here with the phone and everything, because I just wasn't sure. Anyway, after the test stream, no joke, I kind of hate 95% of... I mean, that is a little harsh, but honesty is the best policy. This, I guess, is an exception. Well, I mean, at least you're not directing that harshness to this show. You earn at least 10 to 20 points for that. Anyway, back on track, but... Okay, anyway, but after the test stream, I thought it was fun, but I wasn't sure if I would keep going with live streams. Eventually, I did more. A great man once said, pushing your luck, little man. Lord Almighty. Anyway, but eventually, you know, I would do them periodically, every now and then, but they were far from often. Far from often. It's a joke. Thank you for clarifying. Anyway, I'm quoting Seinfeld. I haven't seen Seinfeld, but knowing that's a Seinfeld quote doesn't really surprise me. I don't mean that as an insult, it just doesn't surprise me. But anyway. But I did live streams, the soup, 4-letter word that has to do with the war. Again, haven't seen Seinfeld, but noted. Anyway, I did streams on the main channel, soup, anyway, soup N-word. Anyway, I did streams periodically on the main channel every couple of days, but it was one stream that would change everything. No, it's the German N-word. Yep, there's the one. The one that starts with the letter N and ends with the letter I. I'm not going to say it. But anyway. But it was one stream that I did that would change everything. Recording a TikTok live. Yeah, it wasn't called An Evening with Jess yet. My favorite word, okay, no. That, and live. Anyway. Recording a TikTok live. What was it? Honestly, very similar to this current show. Only difference is instead of going right into a tangent, I would do my thing, record a TikTok, say the line, Bart, and then I would just kind of ramble on about something. Now, these early recording... Now, I would keep doing these. My original plan with recording a TikTok, because Geo ended up really liking the first one. One of my black friends has called me his... That doesn't surprise me. That just does not surprise me. In a good way. Anyway. But anyway. he, of course, really liked the first one, so I kept doing them. My initial plan with recording a TikTok live, because I liked doing it, he liked watching, was, okay, maybe I'll do this every weekend, so every Saturday and Sunday. Y'all are my niggas. And yes, I did just say it, but whatever. And him too. One big niggy family. Okay, I'm going to stop there before I get in trouble. Anyway. But I would keep... Now, my original plan was, okay, I guess I'm going to do this every weekend. So, Saturday, Sunday, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday. One big niggy family. Anyway. But then I said, fuck it, I'm just going to do this every night. So, much like this show, I would do the streams every night. Roughly. There were a few times where I would miss a night, but it was mostly due to I'm divorcing. Oh, that's unfortunate. Anyway, but there were a few times where I missed a night, but it was usually due to either technical difficulties, scheduling conflicts, and also Discord, the My Little Pony character. Anyway, but it was usually due to either scheduling conflicts, technical difficulties. I'll watch the video momentarily. Or in one case, it was because I was sick for the night. But anyway, long story short, I kept doing these every night. But as I kept doing the Recording a TikTok Live series, it kind of started to evolve. So the TikTok recording, which used to take up most of the stream, started to basically only happen at the beginning. My aunt legit told me if I do, it's my business. When I called her out on always bending over backwards for my stupid uncle, I said if he literally asked her to bend over, she said above quote, okay, I think I get it, but the way that was worded, okay, I think I get it, but that could have been worded, I don't know. That felt a little backwards, trying to read, but anyway. Oh yeah, Sylv family lore. I'm terrible at wording. So am I. We all are to some degree. Anyway, but back on track. But the show kind of started, I want a divorce. You now have a divorce. Anyway. But the show very much started to evolve over time. Started to shift and morph and change. And I started to do movie reviews. I want a boyfriend. You already have one. Anyway. And the show kind of started to evolve and shapeshift. And I started to do movie reviews, much like I do now. You know, where I read up the Wikipedia page and then give my thoughts on the film. Anyway, it was because of that I decided to give Recording a TikTok Live kind of a soft reboot. I do have a boyfriend, and I'm sure he's wonderful. That's not sarcasm, that's me being genuine. Anyway, it was because of... But I want to fall in love with him a second time. That's cute. Anyway, and a third, and a pawn, and an old man. I'm Garrison, and this is my punch. And this is my poncho, and this is my pawn shop. I work here with my sus, and my sus, big sauce. One thing I've learned after 1 year, you never know everything. Gotta be one of my favorite YTPs ever. Colvin Kestner and Dances with Dancers. I'm Johnny Knoxville, and this is Hunter After Dark. I was talking about Pawn Stars, but sure, let's go with Jackass. Anyway, but where I was going with this. But basically, it was because of the changing format of the show that I decided to give Recording a TikTok Live a facelift. So the show's name was changed to An Evening with Jess. Evening with Jess ran, oh, I want to say it was, again, oh wait, I was thinking of a different honest mistake. I was thinking of what the fuck? What is Dragon's Den? Is that something I'm too American to know about? Anyway. But I actually forget when. Actually, let me just go to YouTube Studio. This will help. But anyway. Okay. There it is. Anyway. Oh wait, what does it say? Generation Zulu. Dragon's Den was a show where people present products to potential buyers and the winner. That's just Shark Tank. Like, what the fuck? That you just described is Shark Tank. One idea was so batshit insane. Yeah, and the show that you're describing is what my American ass knows as Shark Tank. Okay, anyway. But it was after 149 episodes of recording a TikTok live, and because of the show's format, cereal pants, a pair of pants that can hold your cereal at the same time. Guess where the ball part? Let me guess. The dick. Your cock and balls was where the ball was. I'm guessing that's where this is headed. Yep, that's exactly where I thought. Cereal dick. You want to eat cereal right out my dick? Of course they told the guy no. I wonder why. That's like an Eric Andre show bit on Adderall. Okay, anyway, back on track. But after 149 episodes of recording a TikTok live, and after the show's format changed so much, I decided to give it a facelift. So starting with 150, I kind of gave it a soft reboot in two ways. The first was just like this show that you're watching right now. It was more so me doing a recording and then rambling on for a while. The runtime had increased from 15 to 20 minutes to over an hour. And I dropped the number system. So it went from episodes 100 to, or episodes 1 to 149. And then the first one with the new name kept the number kind of. I called it the 150th Rebrand Rename Episode Spectacular. So technically it was 150. But then everyone after that dropped the number. So it was more of just a standalone thing. Anyway, this incarnation of the show ran from June 10th, 2024 to... Okay. There it is. To June 4th, 2024. Unknowingly, the June 4th episode would be the final episode of this incarnation of the show. I'm not going to get into what happened, but it happened. And the rest is history. After a little bit of a downtime, where I didn't think I would do streams again, I decided to resurrect a underutilized channel and rebrand. Because, no offense, you were going through your... Hang on, did I miss a part? Okay. Because, no offense, you were going through your blank phase. Yeah. Anyway. But the rest is history. I'm a go. I'm assuming it's because of the topic at hand or because it's late. But either way, bye-bye. Good night, have a day. I don't know if you're going... Mabu. Good night, Mabu. If you want, ciao. Get dicked affectionately. Get dicked affectionately. Let's go with that. Anyway. I'm Italian. Italian. Anyway. The Sopranos, anyway. Okay, okay, so I guess we're back to square one. Anyway. But anyway, after a little bit of downtime, where I didn't think I was going to stream either ever again or nightly, I decided to resurrect an underutilized channel. Why was it underutilized? That's a story for another day. And no, it is not a bad story. It's not an That's a funny joke, but Jesus Christ. Again, not mad. That is funny, but God, I'm tired of everyone. Anyway, but after a bit of downtime, where I didn't think I was going to stream again, I decided to resurrect a underutilized channel and repurpose, and then this month went happy, basically. Anyway, I decided to resurrect an underutilized channel. Why was it underutilized? That's a story for another day. Anyway, underutilized channel, and I decided to repurpose it. So after a bit of brainstorming among myself and a bit of tinkering, I decided to resurrect the streams. But this time start back at square one. Name withheld has to get wisdom teeth surgery. I wish him the best. Although I also wish one of the funniest nonsensical tangents. Because typically when you get your wisdom teeth removed, you go on some pretty funny tangents, unknowingly. But anyway, after a bit of brainstorming and tinkering amongst myself, I wish you the breast, titties, anyway, I decided to resurrect an underutilized channel, and after a bit of rebranding and self-brainstorming, live streams returned, but with some changes. As we know, I didn't go on funny tangents, just a lot of pain. That's unfortunate. Anyway, the most major change was completely axing the recording segment, because some of the recordings just went on. Bend over. Okay. Anyway, the most major change was completely axing the recording segment, because some of the recordings just went on way too long. I have a curious question. Go ahead, Benjamin Button. And before you say, I haven't seen that movie, good, neither have I. At least not in its entirety. But anyway, go ahead and ask away. Not trying to sound... Okay. Is your hunchback a result of you always scrunching over? I was actually... Oh. Okay, there we go. Okay, God, I am so tired. Okay, let me try it again. Okay. This is probably going to sound like a stupid answer. I don't really recall. Like, have I always had perfect posture? No. But I don't recall if my hunchback is because of how I sit or what. Because my grandma always told me that would happen to me one day. Yeah, again, I don't really recall, like, exactly what fully contributed to the hunchback. It just kind of happened one day, as far as I'm aware. So, you know, there's that. Alright, taking a brief recite the Big Smoke order. You can look it up if you want. I will momentarily. Why momentarily? Because it's time for the funny image. when nobody told you Blue Beetle was released on digital. That's all I got for tonight. Okay, but anyway. But yeah, I do not know. Like, the Hunchback just kind of happened one day in terms of my life. Blue Beetle is a character no one remembers. Although, ironically, Blue Beetle ended up being a surprisingly good movie. Not a masterpiece, but a good movie. Okay, but oh wait. Also, no joke. I'm sick of hearing bye bye bye. Every fucking YouTube show. I'm not trying to sound sarcastic or snappy, so do not interpret the following statement as such. But as long as people talk about Deadpool and Wolverine, you're gonna hear the song. That and Like a Prayer. You'd be pissed too. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not. But, great movie, great song. Therefore, while I do have my moments of, this is getting a little annoying, I also, am like, this is funny. It's not just Deadpool and Wolverine related vids. For me, it's mostly Deadpool and Wolverine. Mostly. There are the ones that aren't related, but it's mostly Deadpool and Wolverine. For me. Take a wild shot in the dark. Anyway. It's also unrelated vids. They're just using the song because the movie came out. I'm so sick of it. Fair enough. Just fair enough. Not gonna argue. Anyway, do Big Smoke's order. Okay. Even though I do know the order, I cannot... Okay, even though I do know the order, I cannot look at it dead on... Let me try it. Let me rephrase that. Even though I do know the order, I can never recite it, perfectly unless I see it written in front of me. I always either mix it up or skip something. I am not even going to try and put on the Big Smoke voice for this one, because I don't want to strain my vocal cords tonight. And I don't want to be getting choked up on Invisadick. I'll have 2 number 9s. A number 9 large. A number 6 with extra dip. A number 7. 2 number 45s. 1 with cheese. And a large soda. And there's the order. There's the order. AKA me. Yep, AKA you. Oh yeah, and I guess because this was originally about fictional universe expansion, and I did kind of forget to... You're right, you're not fat, you're just thin. Anyway, and I did kind of forget to wrap up that topic. I eat burgers. I don't. Anyway, and I did kind of forget to wrap up that topic. I guess I'll wrap up that topic here. I identify as skinny. My pronouns are take a, she, it. I'll wrap your topic. Nope, let me do it. Anyway, I did genuinely kind of forget to wrap it up, but since Spider brought up his universe to be the Wonder Universe, have I ever thought about doing a connected universe of any kind? Eat Taco Bell. No. Anyway, have I ever thought about doing a cinematic connected universe of any kind? Yes, I've thought... Why? 1, it is 12:05 a.m. 2, I just don't eat Taco Bell. Plain and simple. I don't hate it, but I don't eat it. Plain and simple. Anyway, let's get back on track though, but eat McDonald's. You're in luck. I do eat McDonald's, but again, yeah, eat all those. But you're in luck, but it's 12:05 a.m., so no. Anyway, let's get back on track. Have I thought about doing any kind of just cinematic, connected franchise universe, or just McDonald's is 24/7? Yes, but I'm not waking up my parents to go get food just for a 2-second gag. Especially because I'm not hungry right now. I would hate... You don't like beef, I'm guessing. No, it's not that. It's just, it's 12... I know it's 24/7, but it's 12:06 a.m. And while I am committed to a bit, especially a bit brought up by the audience of this show, I am seriously, truthfully, not waking my mom or my dad up just to say, can you get me food from McDonald's after midnight? No, it's when you said you don't. I never said I don't like. I said I don't eat burgers, but I never said I don't like. I said I don't eat burgers, but I never said I don't. My God. You know, I know you're probably sick and tired of me clarifying that I don't mean something to say. Why don't you eat the, then my mistake. I don't know. Something feeding issues, something I'm acoustic. I don't fucking know. Anyway, I know you're probably a little sick and tired of me saying I don't mean this to sound rude, but I do always have to clarify that. But when I do say, do you eat chicken burger? The closest I eat is chicken biscuits from the funny little not okay chicken establishment that unfortunately has the good food. I think we know that establishment. You know, the one that I shouldn't be going to and shouldn't be supporting, but the food is really good, so it's kind of a double-edged sword. You know, that one? Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. They're very anti-gay, but the food is very gay. Okay, let's get back on track, but have I ever thought about doing any kind of, like, either connect... And that was a sneeze from Copper. Anyway, but have I ever thought about doing any kind of connected franchise... Remember when That's Gay used to be an insult? Yes, I do. Anyway, and I'm not ignoring you, I'm just trying to stay on track, but have I ever thought about doing any kind... I still use it, of course. Anyway, have I ever thought about doing any kind of connected, shared, cinematic universe? Yes, I have. But I kind of go back and forth. Like, do I want to do something more grounded? When I say grounded, I don't mean like Marvel or DC level, but just believable, realistic, etc. Do I want to do something more grounded and consistent? You know, like every movie is of a specific style? Or do I want to do something kind of like Kevin Smith, where every movie's in the same universe, showing her toys, looking at sunsets to me in Twitter. God, I feel like I'm having a stroke. No, seriously, I feel like I'm having a stroke right now. Anyway. But it's like, you did that, don't you remember? Vaguely. Very vaguely. But considering you've mentioned Twitter, that is probably on the long suspended account that I cannot go back and dig up. But that was on your old... That's what I just said. That account is long since been suspended for reasons that they still have never given to me. Tell the story about your multiple account... Oh, Jesus. Let me wrap this up first, and then I will. Anyway. Because, like, I found it bullshit, too. Yeah. I'll get to that momentarily. But anyway, to conclude. I've thought about doing, like, a shared universe in film of some kind. But I always go back and forth. Like, do I want to do something kind of more grounded and consistent? Like, different genres, but same general style. Nothing too crazy. Or do I want to kind of do, like, what Kevin Smith does, where every movie is in the same universe, but of a very different genre or style? So, like, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back is a live-action cartoon. Clerks is more of a straightforward comedy. Chasing Amy is kind of more of a drama. Dogma is a thrilling adventure. I don't know. I guess I'll figure it out someday. Now let's tell a story. Tell the story about your multiple accounts. Okay. So, kind of a deep cut. Very much a deep cut. But way back, way back, September 2021. The only one worth watching is Jay and Silent. Clerks is a good movie. Yes, I know I just got a little defensive, but Clerks, truthfully, is a good movie. Give it a fucking chance. Anyway, back on track. Way back, way back, very much a deep cut, but way back, I never seen Clerks, then watch it. Anyway, way back in September 2021, well, I guess I should provide a bit of context. The official Sonic the Hedgehog Twitter does the Sonic Twitter takeover every whatever. Me poor. What the fuck is it that everybody I know is poor? I swear to God. In fact, I guess Geo is extra poor, given he ain't even saying what his current status is. The only clarification I've gotten as of late is Anyway, but way back in September 2021, I started an account on Twitter. But not because I was interested in joining Twitter, not at all. You see, the official Sonic the Hedgehog Twitter does an event every couple of years, the Sonic Twitter Takeover. How it works? Quite simple. They bring in the voice actors from the games, bring them into the booth, to come in and read your stupidest Twitter replies. Seriously, the shit they be submitting to the Sonic Twitter Takeover is only of the stupid variety. Anyway, I was interested. I thought, so you're telling me there's a chance. I wanted to say something stupid and have one of the Sonic voice actors gay. Okay, let's whirl with that. Anyway, I wanted one of the Sonic Twitter voice actor, or one of the Sonic voice actors from the games to read something stupid of mine. So I made a Twitter account. That account, Sus Jokes Are Good. Please, you can definitely tell I was watching a lot of YTPs when I came up with that name. And before you say, oh, you're just going to give that to us like that, that account has been suspended for over a year at this point, so it ain't even worth it anymore. But anyway, I always called you Unoas at the time. Well, yeah, because that was what I did go by at one point on that account, and in general. But anyway, it was before I was really sure of myself. Anyway, back on track. Well, anyway, the Twitter takeover came and went, and I never got my shit read by the voice actors, but I wasn't upset. I was just like, well, it was worth a shot. I guess I'll stay on Twitter. Little did I know that I would amass quite the following. Now, I would say who followed me, but because the account is suspended, they basically erased all of my followers, so I can't actually say who all followed me. But oh my god, when I tell you some of the most random ass people, sometimes it was like well-known people. If you need any proof of that, the co-creator of Over the Hedge followed me. I don't know how I attracted the bastard, but okay, enjoy your stay. Whenever I would live tweet a TV show I was watching, oh boy, my notifications would just pop off. Dana Carvey followed me on my old account. Dana Carvey also follows the Fried Chili Cheese Dogs account. Anyway, this account amassed quite the following. And it would become basically my window to the world. But that all changed on April 27th, 2023. With my final tweet on that account. Or rather, my final quote tweet. Okay. Another account by the name... Alright. It's kind of a circle, so... Discussing film tweets... Just a few minutes until Lionsgate's CinemaCon panel begins. Then an account by the name KellyToyDK quote tweeted that with Norm of the North X Alpha Omega. I then quote tweeted that with Norm of the North versus John Wick. Twitter then suspended me. Did they give any reason for the suspension? No. Did they say what I did wrong? No. Kelly Toy is an idiot. I see their tweets show up, but I don't know what makes him an idiot. I just don't know. Just like Unlucky Tug. Again, what did Kelly Toy do wrong? And how is Unlucky Tug... No, I'm not like an Unlucky Tug dick sucker, but how is Unlucky Tug stupid? Anyway, but... yeah, after that tweet of mine, they just suspended me for no reason whatsoever. No explanation was ever given. I didn't even bother appealing, because I just knew they'd come up with some reason. Anyway, this brings me to my next account, Nexus Online Vids, or Nexus Studios Online. Again, name withheld, words, Tug likes old Thomas and hates new Tom. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Anyway, Nexus Studios Online, or Nexus Online Vids. This was supposed to be more of a professional account. Because this account was actually created... Driver Ho got suspended once and I laughed. I remember, and that's deserved on his end. Anyway, he deserved to get suspended, but anyway, where I was going with this, the Nexus account was supposed to be shared between me and Spider for a YouTube channel that also became underutilized. Ultimately, I later intended to repurpose it as a professional account, because also in 2023, Spider had founded his company, so, which at the time was referred to as Nexus Entertainment, but it has since rebranded. So, anyway, it was now supposed to be a professional account. Until August 10th, 2023. Anyway, August 10th, 2023, you wanted to call it professional, yet that was your down. Was that meant to be a genuine, you shouldn't have made it that? I said August 2023, not 2024. Also, was that meant to be a genuine insult? No, I'm not getting mad, but was that like a genuine... No, it's meant to be hindsight. Okay, because that kind of sounded a little snappy. But anyway. Now. Back on track. The final tweet on this... Actually, the final 2 tweets on this account. I am this close to making a multi-part video series about the mysterious history... Back on crack. Anyway, the final 2 tweets on this account, which were on the same night, actually, August 10th, 2023, I am this close to making a multi-part video series about the mysterious history of Rory the Racing Car and how its US dub is lost media, which I might talk about that on a future occasion. That same night, I tweeted, time for me to go to sleep now. Can't fall down a cursed, lost media rabbit hole all night. Good night, everyone. Americans, have a good night and get some rest. Internationals, have a good rest of your morning, day, afternoon, evening, and night. Have a day. And after that, they suspended me. Once again, they did not provide any reasoning for that. They did not provide any context for that. No context, no explanation, nothing whatsoever. They just, you're done. And I have no idea why. Just one wholesome little good night tweet. They didn't like Rory the Racist Car. I don't know, but yeah, just no context, no explanation. And they still haven't. It's the exact reason why I hoard Twitter accounts right now. Fuck Twitter. Yeah. The only reason, truthfully, can you appeal? Okay, let me go back to it. I'm sure you probably could back then, but yeah. Okay, if I go to... Because believe it or not, I'm still logged into these accounts despite the fact they've been suspended. Error. Your account, Sus Jokes Are Good, is currently suspended. For more information, please sign into. Let's click Learn More. Okay, about suspended accounts. We're committed to moderating the public conversation and blah, blah, blah. Why might my X account, you, be suspended? And it lists off the reasons. Spam. Most of the accounts we suspend, I recommend trying. Boyfriend actually had a suspended account that he recovered years later. Noted. Anyway, I will remember that, but anyway. Most of the accounts we suspend are suspended because they are spammy or just plain fake. Okay, that's valid enough. I think that's fine enough reason. Account security at risk. If we suspect an account has been hacked or compromised, we suspend it until it can be secured and restored to the account owner, which I wouldn't go as far as to suspend it. But it never told you why your account was suspended. They only sent you a... Yeah, that's not fair. Like, give me details. What exactly did I do wrong? Abusive posts or behavior. That's just straight up, yes. Abusive posts or behavior. We may suspend an account if it has been reported to us as violating our rules, which, while I have had people get mad at some things I may have said, number one, I was a stupid teenager, and we want to know what you did, not everyone else. Yes. Anyway, but while I have had people get mad at some shit I might have said, I was a stupid teenager. Remember, this was 2021. Obviously, I'm not that stupid anymore. And two, nobody ever went through the effort of reporting me. The most they would do is just either block or mute me. I actually remember a funny little incident between me, Spider, and a certain individual who I'm not going to name here. For context, that individual thought Spider was racist because they kept making Dahmer jokes, and because I used a picture of Kang from Quantumania. For additional context, when I explained myself to the individual, they also thought Spider was acting privileged just because school. So you're the fucking racist, bitch. Anyway. But yeah, they never did explain. And I don't think they ever will. Would I try to appeal? I mean, probably, but do I really... Listen, do I miss that old account? Yes, but I don't know if I want it. Alright, I got everyone mad at me when I made a tweet saying, if you don't think this is cute, you have no heart. It was a picture of All Engines Go Thomas inside a minecart. It had 35, quote, retweets. I can't recall anything I've said making anyone that mad. Trying to think. I don't recall anything specifically making anyone that mad, including one from Driver Joe. Most retweets were getting me heat, though. Yeah. In my case, I never had anything that extreme happen. The most I would get, but trust me, I loved the heat I got. Oh yeah, I imagine you did. Not sarcasm when I say, anyway. But in my case, I never had anything that extreme happen. Most of what would happen to me would be just, I don't know. I can't. It is 12:28 a.m. I cannot thinky right now. I felt good because it proves. Name withheld was so proud. I can only imagine. Anyway. But yeah, I guess I guess that's the story of my old Twitters. Well, anyway, it's getting a little late, but I have time for two more things. Number one. Alright, number one. I'm just going to showcase these 3 DVDs for no reason in particular. I'm not going to provide any context or explanation. Most tweets said me calling it cute is an insult to Thomas. Stupid. Anyway. Alright. It's getting a little late, but I have time for 2 more things. I'll show you a pic in a moment. Anyway. I have time for just 2 more things. 2 more. Number 1. I'm going to showcase these 3 DVDs with no context or explanation. Hakuju Sentai Gao Ranger, the complete series. This was the Super Sentai series that would be adapted into Power Rangers Wild Force. No bonus features, just the 51 episodes. And this is a 8-disc set. But of course I gotta have the American series too. Power Rangers Wild Force, the complete series, also released by Shout Factory. Again, no bonus features, just the 40 episodes. 5-disc set. And The Best of Power Rangers, The Ultimate Rangers. Not released by Shout Factory, but by Buena Vista Home Entertainment. This includes Wild Force, Forever Red, and a bunch of other great episodes. Why am I showing these? I will not be providing any context. Damn, that's an old DVD. Yeah. Again, why am I showing my Wild Force and Wild Force adjacent? Forever Red was great. Yes, it is, but unfortunately, we do not have time to talk about Forever Red, at least not in great detail. We'll save that for another day. But anyway, why did I just show my Wild Force and Wild Force adjacent DVDs? Okay, Discord show on camera. You have no heart if you think this isn't cute. There's the tweet. They said it was hideous. Thing is, that is cute. Anyway. One second. But yeah, like, okay, look at the retweets. Yep, those are the exact kind of tweets I was expecting. Yep. 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 These are all the exact kind of tweets yep. Okay, this one's a little funny. From Piece of J VA. This one's funny. I fucking despise this level. Me and Toadster P went through hell to complete it. Monkey game fun though. Donkey Kong Country. That one's only funny just because it has, like, other than the minecart, has next to nothing to do with the original tweet. They're all hilarious. Yeah, but that one might be the funniest to me, just because it has, like, nothing to do with the original. Okay. Anyway. Because it shows just how dumb fans are. Really, though. But I forgot what he said. Driver Joe's tweet ain't even showing up here, so I assume he's been suspended again. I assume. I think I have it somewhere in my DMs with name withheld, but that's buried from 3 years back. Yep, deep in the vault. Alright. One second here. Plus, that was a time where I wasn't the nicest to him sometimes. Damn. I had a redemption arc. So I see I'm not alone. Laugh. Anyway. I accidentally left it recording for this part, but this is funny. I'm leaving it in. Treasure those who you love. I will. Just, I will. Even if they piss you off, again, I will. I've burned bridges both regretfully and regretfully. That's a tongue twister. TTT. Yep, that's a sound. Hang on. Rhyme with orange. Porridge. Close enough. Door hinge. That too. I totally didn't steal that from D and J. If I knew what you were talking about. No, just seriously, if I knew what you were talking about. Drake and Josh. Oh. Okay, well, when I hear D and J, when I see D and J, I don't think, okay, there are some shows that I see abbreviated and I'm like, oh, SpongeBob SquarePants, but when I see D and J, I don't instantly think, oh, Drake and Josh. Rest assured, I have seen Drake and Josh, and I'm not stupid. Even though I might look incredibly stupid at times. That's both a joke and serious. Alright. I never seen Drake. Oh, so we're on. Well, I've seen Drake and Josh, but still, some degree same page. Oopsie doodle. Okay, no, I'm lying. I've seen every single episode and every movie and played both games. There's 2 games. Actually, I guess I shouldn't be too surprised that there are 2 Drake and Josh games. You could say I'm a Drake and Josh connoisseur. My name's Brewster Jones. I'm a coffee financier, and we're gonna land some Dunkin' fucking Donuts. Some Dunkin' fucking Donut. One for Game Boy Advance and one for D. Of course, because those are the consoles that had every game. I've seen every episode of the original iCarly. iCarly is a funny show when it's not being extremely sketchy. That's just honesty. Like, If you ignore the sketch, Spy Kids All the Time in the World and Game Over had tie-in games. I already knew that. Distribution. Game Over was on GBA and PC. All the Time in the World was on DS. I want to play the DS game. I imagine All the Time in the World for the DS would be better than All the Time in the World, the movie. Alright, 1 second here. Alright, what does it say? Machete was in All the Time in the World in a cameo. Again, I knew that. You didn't know about Ralph being in it. Well, that's because All the Time in the World is one of those movies. I found it amazing how he played a part in the climax. Yeah. But can you blame me, though? I mean, it's all the time in the world. Okay. I would hate to cut you off, but it is 12:43 a.m. And as much as I would love to keep streaming, it is seriously getting a little late. So we're going to need to wrap this up within the next, 2 to 3 minutes. So if you have any final thoughts, please speak them now. No rush, but there is a good movie somewhere in All the Time in the World. Yeah, I agree. Not to totally go off on a tangent, but my philosophy, and listen, I know the Unlucky Tug is one of those people, but he did say something that I do agree with. It's that a talented writer can make almost any story idea work. But you should talk about it sometime in a future episode. And I will. Not tomorrow specifically. Tomorrow's already preoccupied. In fact, the next couple days are already scheduled well in advance, but that's true too. Anyway, but yeah, that's the thing. I believe that a talented writer can make almost any story idea work. Somewhere in Spy Kids All the Time in the World is a good movie. It's just a lot of those ideas either weren't executed at all or were executed poorly. So yeah, I guess if we want to bring other movies into the equation, trying to think. So much toilet humor. Yeah, a lot. Overabundance. Anyway. Okay, what does this say? Okay, I did miss something. Anyway. Just a lot of just toilet humor. But anyway. I guess if we want to bring other movies, it's a 4.5 out of 10. Actually, though. Anyway, but I guess if we want to bring other movies into the equation, when he says, a talented writer can make almost any story The parts with Junie, the best parts are with Junie, Carmen, and Ralph. Agree. Anyway, but when Tug says, you know, a talented writer can make almost any story idea work, I feel like you can apply that to really a lot of movies. Like, a lot. Like, okay, my eyes, this is a franchise I will have to cover at a future date. The Air Bud / Buddies franchise. You know, those abominations. I'll apply it to you, Iwi. Anyway. Okay, you look at, like, Air Bud 1 through 5. Did we need... Okay, did we need Air Bud... The first one was a good movie. Did we need Air Bud 2 through 5? No. But are they fine, in my opinion? Yes. Not great, not terrible either. Just fine. Air Buddies... Don't get mad at me for saying this, but Air Buddies I actually really like. Again, I don't think the first one was the only one to have the actual Air Bud dog. Again, already knew that. Anyway, but Air Buddies, which was kind of where the franchise got hijacked, as it's both the first Buddies film and the 6th Air Bud film. Yeah, that's my thing. Air Buddies, I do find nostalgic. I guess to keep it brief, Air Buddies is a perfectly inoffensive, wholesome kids movie. You know, it's an easy watch on an afternoon. It's cute. It's, you know, it can be pretty fun. It may not be that noteworthy or that important, but if you just want something nice and simple, you know, Air Buddies is right there. And then shit really hits the fan with Snow Buddies, but we're not here to talk that tonight. Especially because it's already 12:48 a.m. and we have already been blabbering on for an hour and 47 minutes. So I think the last one to have Air Bud in it was Snow Buddies, I think. And he was like, yep, that's exactly what I was getting to. Air Buddies at least kind of served both as a... Really, Air Buddies was kind of everything. It was a soft reboot, but it was also Air Bud 6 and the start of a new franchise. Snow Buddies kind of started to drift off in that crazier direction, but it was also still, he was irrelevant in Air Bud. Well, I mean, they were looking for the puppies, so not entirely irrelevant. Not relevant to the fullest degree, but not irrelevant either. But then Snow Buddies, completely irrelevant. But then, anyway. But Snow Buddies kind of is where it went just totally... Well, I take it back. Snow Buddies, yes, has an absurd premise, but I'd still say it's somewhat grounded. Oh yeah, I know this is a movie where they hop on a plane and then get shipped to wherever, but it's still a little grounded. That was the most screen time he ever had in the Buddies franchise, yep. And then Space Buddies is just where it... Yeah, and then Super Buddies killed it. Nah, I'd say Space Buddies is where it completely just flew off the rails. Anyway, you were probably wanting me to give my full thoughts on the Air Bud franchise, but I think we'll save that for another occasion. As a matter of fact, I already have the next several shows lined up. Space Buddies had Air Bud right. I don't think so. Anyway, we do have to wrap this up, though, because it's 12:50 a.m., and we're at an hour and 49 minutes. Now we're at an hour and 50 minutes. So it's getting late, and I do have to wrap this up for tonight. Anyway, say it in... Well, damn it! Anyway, I can't really do Butters. Or any of the South Park kids, for that matter. Anyway, But I guess I'll talk about Air Bud on a future occasion. That might actually be broken up into 2 streams, so part 1 would be Air Bud 1 through 5, and then part 2 would be Air Buddies and on, but not doing that tomorrow night. The next 1, 2, 3 shows are already preoccupied. I've already scheduled the next 3 well in advance. So, and I already know for a fact you're going to be skipping out on at least 2 of them. Air Bud featured Mr. Noodle's brother, Mr. Noodle, as the villain. That gave me a stroke, you know, from Elmo. Yes, I know. Anyway, alright, but genuinely I do have to finish this. It's getting late. And I can't be up on my feet all night. In fact, I can't be up all night, even though I do go to bed late. Okay, but yeah, the next 3 shows that I have coming up. Remember when he had a brother and a sister? Yes, I do, but I haven't watched shit in years. And then he had, yes, I remember. I'm not trying to cut you off, but I did say I do have to wrap this up, so please let me do that. Anyway, but okay. Elmo is my bae, aren't we all? Okay, anyway. It is, Stingy is my husband. Okay, it is genuinely getting late, and I do genuinely have to wrap this episode up. So if you could please let me do that, that would be great. Not trying to get snappy. It's just kind of a schedule here. Alright, but that Thomas plush up there is my son. That's cute. Okay, but we're done for tonight. Although I think after show me my son. Here is your son. Anyway, I just did. Is your internet bad too? Okay, but anyway, I love you, my son. Alright, but it genuinely is getting late. It is 12:53 a.m. I do have to wrap this up now. So, I'm just going to go ahead and add Air Bud to the schedule. Okay. I guess we'll do that in the future. Alright, but that's all for tonight. I'd hate to cut you off there, but that is all for... Okay, well how about next time you get yourself a board that can handle the Neutron style? Later... Anyway. What we're doing tomorrow night? Wait and see. But for now, that's all the time we have for tonight. But always remember, eat your cereal, go to bed, to be continued. God made you special and he loves you very much. Good night, and...